Hi, welcome back to my channel, Hawaii Turo. I know I don't say that much, but this is Hawaii Turo. So, if you've never watched me before, this video is going to be about taxes and with Turo and just 1099 in general. So I got asked a question, could I talk about taxes? And I thought about it. You know, obviously I'm not an expert at it, and at that, I gotta say, I'm not an expert at it, and you should definitely talk to your tax or CPA. You know, definitely go with what they say. It's just my opinion, and it's just how I do my taxes. So, I have been doing my taxes since 2011 on H&R Block, like before Turo, Airbnb, Uber. I mean, I had, just W-2s. So when I started doing Uber, that was the first time I got introduced to 1099s. It was interesting and foreign to me when I did my taxes. The biggest thing, driving the car, the biggest expense, was like the gas and trying to get the mileage so you get all of those deductions. Maybe you don't know, but the federal deduction for mileage is it's like 50 something cents per mile. I don't know exactly. I think it's 56, but it could be higher or lower. But the point is, it's all about the mileage to get your gross AGI. That's the whole point of deductions and the expenses too. So in regards to Turo, what are your expenses? What do you think are going to be your expenses when you're doing Turo? That's the question. That is a big question. Some people have, large expenses. Some people have small expenses. There's people who have 300 cars, people who have one car. So expenses are definitely going to be way different. So, expenses like, let's go with maintenance, oil changes. Just regular maintenance stuff. Oil changes, tire rotations, what else? Alignments. That's like the normal stuff. And then it gets into like the bigger stuff. You have engine problems. You got to get a diagnostic, which costs hundreds of dollars at the dealership. What else? Water pump. Water pump's big. Water pump costs like $1,000 at the dealership. Done it multiple times. All these things you have to keep the receipt for, and those are all deductions when you do your taxes. So for me, I keep the receipts. But my receipts, after a few years, they fade away. So I recommend taking a picture of it and just uploading to like Google Doc or something like that, and it will stay there forever. So if you ever do get audited, then you have all the information. So that's the whole point of keeping your receipts, obviously, is for if you ever do get audited. I've never been audited yet, but you never know. It could happen. It happens. There are bigger deductions like car loans. Say for instance, you bought a car, you finance it. You can deduct. You should be deducting your car loan, your insurance, your car registration, your safety. All these things. These are all expenses. For your 1099 to get to AGI. That's what you have. That's what it's for. If you're not doing that, then you're just paying more in taxes. It doesn't make sense. But the big thing with the taxes, maybe you don't know. Maybe you're just starting Turo, or you're just starting, you just left your W-2 and you're getting your first 1099, and you see how much taxes you owe at the beginning before you put the deduction in, and you're shocked. You almost have a heart attack. That self-employment tax is insane. Like self-employment tax, when you have a W-2, all those taxes that come out every single month, when you're 1099, those taxes do not come out. It's all called like the self-employment tax, for all the health care and all that stuff. So I think in the bracket, for me, I think it was like 30%. So federal was like 30%. So for my AGI, 30% of what I made goes to the federal government. And I'm single too. And obviously if you have dependents, it'll probably be less. I don't know exactly, but for single, it's like 30%. And this is only federal. Every state's different. I'm not gonna go into detail on the state. The states. For here in Hawaii, state's 5%. That's our sales tax. But then going detail the state. State's not 30, it's much less. But basically you're paying the federal and you're paying the state. So I do recommend basically taking like 30% of everything, of the adjusted gross. Actually, I'd say take 30% of the money, the profit that you make every month, and put that into another account. So at the end of the year, you would definitely have enough money to pay the taxes. Because not having enough money to pay the taxes is not a good thing. That's a lot of people get caught up, and it's something that you do not want to deal with. So definitely taking like 30%, and I think that will definitely help you out. So what else? Let's see. About taxes. All the times I've done my taxes. There's so many deductions. I can't even go into detail about all the deductions. But the purpose of this video is basically, all the expenses that you have, you need to keep the receipt for. And when you do your taxes, maybe you do it yourself, maybe you take your CPA, doesn't matter. Point is, you have that evidence that you can write off a lot of stuff, And then, there's something else I wanted to talk to you about. I know that my tax guy, H&R Block, once you reach over a certain amount, you have to pay them for them to do your taxes, to finish it. So for 1 year, since I bought a lot of new cars in 2018, they deducted, a 1 year, a 1 year deduction, like for, 1 year deduction on your car's depreciation. Yes, you can only do it 1 year. The 1 year deduction on your cars for your new cars that you got. If you new or used, point is that you just got, you can do it 1 year. So they did that for me in last year. So if you need to, because when you first start doing the business, the first few years you're not making money anyway. I think that's part of that as well. But it doesn't stay like that. When it goes the next year, you need to be taking the 30%. Don't get no big old tax bill. You'd be like, what? Can't pay it. And then you got to set up monthly payments on the tax bill. That's another thing if you didn't know. If you do owe a tax bill that you cannot pay, you could just set up monthly payments with the IRS. You can go to irs.gov and get that, and just pay that monthly or whatever. And then there was something. I am going to start doing maybe not daily, but maybe every other day. I'm going to do basically I'm going to record myself doing my Grubhub and my Instacart and my Uber. I've seen a lot of stuff on YouTube, and I'm like, okay, I started doing the Instacart part. I've been doing the Grubhub stuff for a minute, with all this pandemic, you got to find ways to make money. It's way less than what I was doing before, because my earlier video, how to make 2K, that's like almost impossible now to do that in Hawaii. There's too many people doing gig stuff. It's crazy amount. But the Instacart is something that I just started doing recently, and it's pretty good. But if you like this, hit the like button. If you want to subscribe, every week I post something. In a couple weeks, I'm going to do this month's stats for the month of December. It's getting busier. I might do more than I did in November, which if you want to know about my November stats, go look at my November stuff. Might do more. And then I'm going to do the year, 2020, the whole year. It's going to be way less than, the past couple years, but it'll be something. And then maybe in a month or within a month, maybe I'll go into how I did my Airbnb business. Currently, I'm not really doing that anymore because there's no tourists here, but I can just go over how I did it and how I made that, turn that into six-figure business. But that's everything for the video. So if you watched it all the way to this part, thank you. You are my subscribers. Okay, bye.